Hello, this is Spidey1958, and welcome to my Let's Play Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous Beta, Episode 31. Last time we finally made it to this map, and we did some reinforcements, so let's go ahead and first of all do some exploring with our party here to check the road out ahead. Ah, there's someone on the road. Get ready. You need to go away. I can't read. Oh, that's a bug. Day 1, something something. Magic anomaly so common, the questionable, a manifestation of supernatural power at least once in their lifetime. One might naturally assume the strange day, the ghostly fire from rifts in the ground, the rain of eyeballs. Rain of eyeballs? Ugh. All that the world room is known for should find some purchase in mortal mind, but even the most worldly of travelers feels uneasy in its borders. Why? Perhaps instinctively they understand that this place is not merely a magical wasteland, but a wound, an ulcer, through which the world itself bleeds into the abyss. The commander and her army walk up to the high bank of the western Selin River, where it draws near the border of the world wound. The soldiers' feet halt unbidden. On the other bank rises a series of cliffs, too regular in shape to have been formed by wind or water. The sky hangs over their sharp edges and sickening bends. The shape of Mercury on the horizon rises to the dirty rust. As it arches above the soldier's head, it regains its familiar azure hue. The soldiers whisper and grumble. The commander feels eyes upon their back. Is there any way to get rid of this? We'll address the soldiers and boost their morale. We failed. That's not good. Trusting a new, unfamiliar commander to lead them to our planes apart. The reluctant army continues on. I'm going to actually reload that. Not because we failed, but because of this. Hopefully that gets rid of it. If it doesn't, I may have to quit and restart and redo the intro here. There it is. Finally went away. Okay. Let's try this again. Continue. There we go. Magic anomalies are common in the world of Galarian. So common that the use of the word anomaly itself is questionable. A regular city dweller will encounter a chaotic manifestation of supernatural powers at least once in their lifetime. One might naturally assume that the strange sky, the ghostly fire from rifts in the ground, the rain of eyeballs, all that the world wound is known for, would find some purchase in the mortal mind. But even the most worldly of travelers feels uneasy in its borders. Why? Perhaps instinctively they know that this place is not merely a magical wasteland, but a wound, an ulcer, through which the world itself bleeds into the abyss. The commander and her army walk up the high bank of the western Selin River, where it draws near the border of the world wound. The soldiers' feet halt unbidden. On the other bank rises a series of cliffs, too regular in shape to have been formed by wind or water. The sky hangs over their sharp edges and sickening bends, the shade of Mercury on the horizon, rising to a dirty rust. As it arches above the soldier's head, it regains its familiar azure hue. Soldiers whisper and grumble. The commander feels eyes upon her back. Somewhere among them, wearing simple armor and unrecognized by everyone, the ruler of Mendev is standing, watching the new commander closely. The commander signals a halt to wait and climbs to the highest point above the bank, and she decides. So we have plus 15 on this one, and we have plus 11. I'm going to go with diplomacy again. Establishing rapport with her troops is yet another battle that the leader must face. Through the subtle alchemy of words, one can win trust and raise morale, or lose faith and authority. Addressing the army on the border of the world wound, the commander seeks to establish herself as a military leader on this new battleground, and her efforts prove fruitful. The soldiers listen dutifully, smiles appearing on their faces. Someone in the ranks jokes that the demons are growing tired of waiting for them. The army keeps moving. Lines of soldiers step warily beneath the shroud of low, dark clouds. It's like the world wound has reached out a finger into the lands of Mendev. The jester seems eerily harmless, but then the clouds come to life, shooting out howling tornadoes, one after another. The tornadoes come from all sides, from ahead, behind, and right above the soldiers' heads. The power of the elements on one side of the scales, the soldiers' faith and inspiration on the other. It's plain to see which is greater. The determined army runs the gauntlet of tornadoes. The struggle lasts over a half hour, but the army only loses a few bags of supply and a dozen hats whipped off in the sky. After stopping to catch their breath, the soldiers continue on. The first encounter with the world wound has ended in their favor. Okay, so let's have you continue up, looking around for stuff. Now these blue things I can't sneak past. Armies I can sneak past. Well, except I didn't sneak past whatever this is.
Did we step on their toes as well?
That was easy. Okay, let's continue up here. So that's Nightingale Grove. Okay, I think we've cleared the path, so let's switch to our army. And let's go fight our first battle. Okay. So let's have our archers shoot this guy. Didn't hurt him much. And let's have our general hurt him a little. And let's have you just hold. Okay, we'll have you hold again. Or do we want to attack? Let's attack. I guess I didn't have enough to attack. Oh, that's going to hurt me a lot. Oh, I keep forgetting to have you do this. Because you don't get a turn to do that. So we lost 16 footmen to their 30. cultists. Not a great battle, but it's a win. Congratulations, your army has received its first victory and received a reward. More powerful enemies await you in the future, guarding more valuable rewards such as resources to help your economy, relics from which you can craft powerful new items for your party, garrisons which initially block the advance of your party and army but you can capture and turn into forts in the future. By hovering your mouse over an enemy army, you can access more information about it and the rewards that they guard. So we got 1,200 finance points. So what we'll do is we'll go to recruit here. Oop. So we could recruit a bunch of these or a bunch of these. Good question. Let's recruit these guys because we lost a bunch of them. Okay, that gives us a second legion. Let's combine them. Okay. So that gives us another army. They have 9 movement points left. Question is, do we want to move them farther? I guess we can have them just sort of look at what's going on. Okay. So that looks far enough for today. So let's go ahead and continue with our party. And we have to redo all this. Camouflage. Who's our best camouflager? You are. Night Watch. You're good at Night Watch, and you are good at... Whoops. Okay. We have anyone who can do alchemy. You can and you can. You're much better. So this is how you cook. Mind you, we have nothing we can cook, but it's good to know that we now have that capability. Is there a way to tell us what reagents we need? Oh, it's right there. So for this we need purifying solution. For this we need tainted foul and purifying solution. Looks like we need purifying solution to cook anything. So can we make purifying solution? Apparently not. And we already have, that's how much corruption we're going to get. So let's go ahead. No reason to have you in alchemy. Let's switch you over to help her. Dunk. And then we will switch you over to help her. So that gives us a plus 14 versus a DC 15. So we're good there. 16 versus a 10. 8 and 11 versus a 10 and so forth. Okay. So let's begin resting. We need to have somebody get alchemy. We weaken the amount of corruption. Okay, so we should all be good. Ah, and of course that made it a new day for our army. So we can't go through there until we take it out. So we're supposed to be able... Oh, there we go. 72 footmen, 21 archers. That one looks tough. 30 giant flies. So ours is a strength of 2. This is a strength of 1. This is a strength of 2. This is a strength of 2, 3, 1, 4. Okay. So if we're going to fight, we want to fight this one. They're just a bunch of flies, and it will give us a bunch to our army. So let's go ahead and switch to our army here. Doo-doo-doo. Okay. So we lost 2 soldiers on that fight. Yay! The Crusaders duly punished a group of mercenaries who become enticed by dynamic gold and turn their blades against their former allies. Those who reject the blessings of the benevolent gods and succumb to the temptation of sin deserve death, and death they got. Justice has been served, and the clerics feel the gods are satisfied with this outcome. But we killed giant flies. Giant flies are mercenaries? Oh well, we got 2,000 finance points. So let's go ahead and recruit here. Let's recruit more archers. Wow, that's only 6 whole archers. And the rest of these we'll recruit what we can get here. Oh, because we were out of archers to recruit. So we recruited up the max for a week, so we can save up money from here. Okay, unless we get divine stuff. So let's go to Legion 2. Doop. Legion 1. Combine. Okay, we'll put you guys here. And we will put you guys here. So that's the max size our army is going to get for about a week. He needs to rest to get energy back. Well, he may get a level soon. Okay. So that's taken care of. So we can go back to us. And I think since we got to wait a week, let's go ahead and take care of some of the quests we have. So way back here we have one. We will take another rest. We need to head back towards the camp anyway. Because the only way to get rid of this corruption is for us to basically camp in the... And I think there's a bug in it too where we have to like drop everyone from the party and then leave and come back or something. That might be fixed. Okay. This is the quest we had for the knight who lost his engagement ring. And for some reason I'm tired. Why am I so tired so fast? Well, I guess we're going to camp. We're definitely going to have to go back to camp after this because we're getting close to that first level of corruption. Okay, let's enter. Wow, this is a really pretty map. We're finally here. Aylin and Curl must be around here somewhere, and Jana too, if they gave her permission to leave. Ah, there they are. Greetings, Sela, and greetings to you, Knight Commander. Sir Aylin puts his hands behind his back and moves slightly. Then he casts an inquisitive glance at you. He seems less friendly than he was the day you met at the Defender's Heart. Janet puts her hands on her hips. She looks even more dashing than usual. Elan is feeling a little shy. He thought he asked for help from a couple of nobodies like us, but now you turned into the saviors of Cannabis, Knights of the Fifth Crusade, marked by Iomid's blessing, and you still came to help him dig around a pile of junk. Let's not talk about it. I assure you I am the same Sela, your friend from the League of Cart, and we came to help you look for Elan's ring. By the way, where's Curl? He didn't come with us. He said an old wound was acting up. All right, my friends, since we're here, let's finish this mission quickly. I really don't feel comfortable bothering the Knight Commander with my personal problems. What does the Night Wing look like, and where should we look for it? The last time I saw the ring, it was by my things in my traveling chest. Now the camp is in total disarray. I don't know how we'll ever find it. The ring is made of a shiny silver metal with a deep blue-green jewel. You can't miss it. Master Dark is not just a jeweler, he's an artist. There's no mistaking one of his creations. Sounds delightful. I wish I possessed one of Master Derek's fine works. I've seen them from afar worn by visitors to the Gwen Mansion, but I never held one. I'm not one for florid compliments, my lady, but I suspect the Master would happily give you one of his works as a gift. He does that from time to time when he meets someone whose beauty inspires him. Thank you, sir, lowers her lashes demurely. A trinket worth several months' pay, Elin? The rules of the surface are insane. You should give your girls fried rats like we do. We save ourselves a lot of trouble. Is there something wrong, Elin? Am I making you nervous? The young knight is obviously embarrassed. I apologize. Jana is right. Much has changed since we met in Kenabus. Some things for the better, some not at all. He stopped short, apparently unwilling to elaborate. All right, off we go. Jan and I will look around the north side. We'll see you when we find anything, or when we give up trying. Lots of deer around here.
What manner of secret are you?
We found something. I don't know where it is, though. What did we find? And where is it? Are you guys seeing anything? I don't see anything. Unless it's down here. There it is. Moonstone, map, wooden spoons, and some gold coins. This must be the actual camp. Forked tongue, gold coin, silver disc, animal hide, and a glaive. I assume it's going to be small. Metal shard of a ring. Urn, citrage, scabbard, gold. Smoking pipe, carved beads, heavy shield, gold, and bone meal. This must be his old traveling chest.
Just don't get me.
A small quasit demon emerges from the chest. It looks at you angrily, screwing up its ugly face. It's holding a shiny object in its paws, a sparkling silver wing with a large blue gem jewel. It's mine! Mine! Elin, look at that creepy thing. What's it holding? I've seen one of those before. These small demons like to tease and bully, but I'll bolt if it senses any real trouble. Let's surround it and attack it all together before I can figure out what's happening. Mine! The quasit throws its paws in the air and splashes you with beams of color. You hear insolent giggling. The demon is jumping up and down and throwing the ring in the air, catching it. Mine! Mine! Elin, Jala glances at her friends and turns to you. They're all right. They'll come around soon. Quickly, Huntress. Let's catch the little rascal before he runs off with the ring. And he is, of course, running this way. Where we can't run, apparently. Well, we may never catch him, because I'm not seeing him anywhere. There he is. Really? You gonna lead us on this wild goose chase all over? There he is. Before Elin manages to get to the quasit, the halfling Curl appears right next to you, quite out of nowhere. He snatches the ring from the demon paws. You mustn't get it! Curl, what are you... Thrusting herself between Elin and Curl, Sloan barely manages to absorb the blow aimed at the halfling. Elin, stop! Have you gone mad? He's using a summon spell. Why did you stop?
I'll cheer you on from over there.
I think we can do this battle on auto. Elin, what were you doing? You nearly cut down Curl without a second thought, without a trial, without even knowing if he was responsible for all this. He might be a victim himself. What am I doing? He lured us into a trap. Curl was the only one who knew where we were going. He knew we thought there wouldn't be anyone at the camp besides some small, harmless demon, so he set a trap. I wouldn't be surprised if his demon masters have him targeting the commander from the start. Talk about believing in the redemption of scoundrels, Elin scoffs. We barely know anything about what happened. Curl is a good lad. He's not a spy or a murderer. Maybe they threatened him, tricked him, or even bewitched him with demon magic. And now we'll never know because you let him escape. Better to let a thief escape than cut down an innocent. Elin, think. Elin was defending someone she thought was her friend, and she stopped you from doing something you might regret. I don't need a shepherd to light my path and save me from regrets. Can you say the same, Sheila? Or you, Commander? You clearly have something to say. Go ahead then, spit it out. Sheila, I didn't want to say this, but I think of you as my friend, so I'm going to warn you. After what happened at the Grey Garrison, you're in serious danger. And maybe not just you. You might like to ignore military hierarchy and the rules of knightly orders, but there's wisdom in them that has stood the test of time. A soldier rises from a private to an officer, a knight begins as a squire. Even Iomete's paladins gain their abilities gradually, but not with you and the commander. You were granted incredible powers, far surpassing seasoned paladins with experience and skill far beyond yours. You received this gift at just the right moment and saved a lot of lives across Mendev. That's a great deed that will be remembered for ages to come. What happened next was wrong. They began to worship you. The Queen gave such vast power, all while you sidestep everything, training, experience, hardship. This is not the first time Her Highness has behaved rashly, and how much good has this brought Mendev? I'm frightened by what I see, especially by the way you, Sheila, trust people so easily and leap into adventures without looking. One day, you'll lower your sword when you should have driven the blade home, just like thousands of bright-eyed youngsters will after you. He pauses as he reluctant continued and looks in your eye. I wanted to tell you the same thing, Commander. You're right to an extent, Elin, but I didn't choose my lot, and I'm just trying to fulfill my duty as best I can. The knight lowers his head. I apologize for my harsh words. I said it, Sheila, and I'll say it again. That wasn't a reproach, but a warning. The power you've been given, it may be your undoing, and the undoing of all Crusaders along with you. In any case, forgive me for wasting your time and subjecting you to danger here. Now at least I know that Curl is a traitor, and Jana is a coward, ready to abandon her friends when the going gets rough. I hope we'll all learn a lesson from these mistakes. As for that blasted ring, to hell with it. Kira won't love me solely for the gifts I bring her. Elin makes no attempt to conceal his disappointment. Nodding goodbye, he lowers his head and walks away. Sheila watches as he leaves. Her expressive eyes are filled with sadness. Everything's become very complicated all of a sudden. Please, Huntress, let's go back. I need to think about what happened, and I'd like to talk to you about it later when I've had a lot to think about. I wonder where do you have to have alchemy to make those potions? Is anyone injured besides our pally? Oh, I forgot to level up the bear and the saber-tooth. Let's level them up quick because they'll be pretty easy. Next. Let's keep giving him athletics and perception. He's a very athletic bear. What's devotion do? +4 morale bonus on will saves against enchantment spells. Ink. Racer. Mobility and perception. Next. Next. Okay. So let's have you go ahead and pop off one of these. Boom. And one more. Boom. So Sabi, you're healed up? So let's switch to you. There you go. Okay, now we can have someone. Oh, we need to get... Oh no, that was the right person. Okay. So is there something over here that we're looking for, or?
My tail is twitching. Must be a sign.
Ooh, a really nice heavy shield. And I think that's all there was. I'm betting that's a +2 heavy shield that we found. +2 mithril shield gives DR5 versus magic. Well, yes, I think I will take that. Pink. So that gives us an extra magic shield. We'll find that give that to somebody when we get back to camp. I think that is... Oh no, there's one thing down here. Okay, and this is a long episode, so I think we'll go ahead and call the episode at this point. And I will go back to camp, and next episode we'll start our adventures again. So as always, if you enjoyed this episode, go ahead and give me a like or a comment. And if you dislike the episode, leaving me a dislike's fine. But please leave a comment saying why you disliked the episode. As always, this is Spidey 1958, and have fun gaming.